This is a podcast. Let me explain. I have this problem where I get an idea and I don't start it. Because I wanted to do this, I want to start a podcast, and I have for quite some time. But if I wait for myself to be ready, if I wait for myself to have everything I think I need, it'll never happen. So I am sitting here on my bedroom floor. I don't have a proper microphone, I am just using my headset, and I'm going to start a podcast. I don't even know what I'm going to call it. Right now, I'm thinking about something to do with my silly little thoughts because that's basically what this is going to be. My very silly little thoughts that I don't think warrant a full video or anything, or things that I want to talk about at length that maybe could have their own video, but knowing myself, I will just go on and on and on and on and on. And I won't be able to stop myself and I won't have a coherent video. So I'm hoping that this format will work a little bit better for me in that regard, because I do like to yap, and sometimes I do just go on and on about a subject, and it's like, oh, someone should stop me. So welcome. A few warnings up front. Again, I am starting this on my bedroom floor, no proper microphone, on my laptop, about as basic as you could possibly get here. The quality is not going to be great. Okay, this is getting a little awkward. This intro has gotten a little awkward. I'm going to move on to the rest of the podcast, which is today. I actually prepared a little bit. I tried doing this last night and I did not prepare myself. So that will be lost to time. The one I did last night, it was a mess. This is also going to be a mess, but the one last night was a boring mess. First up, because I want to start off a little bit light, I think. Let's talk about the Oblivion remaster. People are saying it's a remaster. People are saying it's more like a remake than a remaster. I'm glad to see Bethesda do anything other than Skyrim again, so that's cool. However, if we're being real, I'm more of a Fallout girly. Specifically, I am a Fallout New Vegas girly. So you know I'm in the trenches. I want a Fallout New Vegas remake so bad. I know that Bethesda will never do it, and I know it's like, I don't know the ins and outs of that kind of thing. Like, I don't know how much Bethesda is in control of that. I would assume that they have. I don't know. Todd Howard's never going to do it. The money would be great. Fallout New Vegas right now is held together with duct tape and spit. Duct tape, spit, and hope. That's how you play Fallout New Vegas these days. To be playing Fallout New Vegas, but if only my computer could run it and not have it be broken. And then there's mods. I could download the mods, but God, does that scare me. Fallout New Vegas is broken enough. The idea of getting mods in there is just terrifying to me. I was supposed to be talking about Oblivion, and then I just went on talking about Fallout New Vegas. You gotta love it. um, Oblivion. I've only played Oblivion a little bit. I like Oblivion. I haven't played it in years. I probably wouldn't mind picking it up. I just don't know if I'm going to. I'm in the middle of playing so many other things right now. Like, I'm still playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm still playing Assassin's Creed. I'm still playing Monster Hunter a little bit too, even though I finished the game, but like, it's Monster Hunter. I've been playing a lot of Schedule 1. That's been fun. You know, I love me a good indie game. I've been playing a lot of Roots of Pacha, and they just had a new update come out. It's just, there's so much. There's so much. I've been playing Two Point Museum. You know, I'm eating. I'm eating good. I'm eating well. Oblivion, you know, it can wait. It can wait. Right now, I have a whole feast in front of me that I'm still sampling. And ooh boy, we got a lot to go. Yeah, so that's probably my thoughts on Oblivion and on the remaster. I don't know. I'm not like I'm not like super attached to Oblivion in the way that a lot of people are, because again, I'm a Fallout girly. I probably played Skyrim the most, if I'm being real with you. I mean, I've definitely played Skyrim the most. Like, I've definitely played Skyrim way more than Oblivion, and definitely more than Morrowind, and definitely more than Daggerfall. What I have played, actually, probably more than all of those, though, is Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What can I say? I actually do like the Elder Scrolls Online, though. One, I like me a good MMO. Two, the Elder Scrolls Online. It's just, you know, it's fun to like go around Tamriel. It's fun. And it's fun to see places that we necessarily haven't seen in games and stuff like that. So, it's a good time. It's a fun time. I actually do enjoy it. It's an MMO, so, you know, if that's not your jam, then definitely don't bother. It's not even my favorite MMO, though. That's probably Final Fantasy. That's my main MMO. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Oblivion. I also don't want these to be too long. They'll probably be around like 20, 30 minutes. Other than this just being something that I think is fun, because again, I like to yap. I just really like to yap. I love to hear the sound of my own voice. What can I fucking say? I don't know. I just hope that these are something that people just enjoy, that they can just listen to or whatever. I'm also hoping that like one day I'll be able to look back at like this moment and see like how far I've come in the sense of like the quality, because like I'm hoping that there will be a sort of progression of quality as I get better at this. And I'm being a little, meta here and breaking the fourth wall a little bit, but I kind of don't mind doing that. I'd rather be open and transparent than just kind of put on like a overly confident facade or something. I'm not overly confident here. This is very much an experiment. This is very much me just kind of throwing something at the wall, seeing if I like it, seeing if it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and I move on to something else. But if it does, then this is a fun little thing that I can look back at and be like, hey, look how far I came. I wanted to talk about. So, I don't know if anyone else does this, but we all go down these kind of rabbit holes on the internet, right? I've got a couple kinds. Like, there's the Wikipedia rabbit hole where I'll go to Wikipedia to look something up and then I end up like 20 Wikipedia articles deep after like 3 hours, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? I don't even remember what I came here for. You know what I mean? You click on a Wikipedia article, you read part of it, you get what you came here for, and then all of a sudden you find something else in that article that you're like, this is interesting. And you click on that and it takes you to another article and you keep going and going and going and going, and it's a spiral. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just like information. Maybe I'm just the problem here. That's fine. That's fine too. But another rabbit hole that I go on, or rabbit hole that I go down, is this sort of right-wing conspiracy. Like, I guess they're technically QAnon or like former QAnon or whatever. I'm always curious to see what the right is mad at the Republicans and the conservatives for. Like, obviously, I know what they're mad at the left for. They make that very obvious and very clear, but sometimes it's harder to pinpoint what they're mad at the right for. And one of my favorites so far is this one here. And I like it because it really drives home how these people will only get mad at women and people of color. As we sort of go through this, and I will probably point more of these out as time goes on, but just kind of keep that in mind. You will see a pattern here, as it is never the white men who fail. But I saw this tweet yesterday, and I have another one that I'll show you too. This tweet yesterday from this account, and it says Vince Langman, MAGA 2024, all sorts of stuff, Blue Lives Matter, all lives matter, blah blah blah, and this is like one of those verified accounts that basically farms right-wing content for clicks and interactions and shit. It says, am I the only one who's a little disappointed in Kash Patel? I was really hoping he was going to go scorched earth on the corrupt, lawless FBI from day one, and I haven't seen much of anything so far. The replies, you've got people who are saying shit like, it's like he disappeared. Both FBI Director Kash and AG Pam Bondi have been huge letdowns. I'm thinking the only one who has any set of balls is none other than MT Green, aka Marjorie Taylor Greene. The right is just fascinating. They love Kash Patel until they don't, right? They're like, oh, he's such a good pick until he isn't. And same with Pam Bondi. And I'm sure this will continue to happen as time goes on. The right will continue to get mad as they like don't meet their expectations. It's just always funny to me because I said the same thing when the Epstein Files bullshit happened. I was like, they can't fuck around with that shit because they spent so much time courting all of these QAnon conspiracy theory motherfuckers who are frothing at the fucking mouth to get that shit, right? Like, they are chomping at the bit to motherfucking get their hands on the Epstein files. So you can't play around with that shit. You're gonna turn them against you. And he still hasn't released the Epstein files. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny. Like, they are getting their fucking asses played, and I can't. I want to feel bad for them just because I hate to see that happen to anybody, but what do you do? Like, you keep buying into this. And then you have the people who are still defending them. I guess you don't have a realistic understanding of what it takes to put together a bulletproof case against somebody that a crafty deep state cannot dismantle. Now, multiply that times several hundred. I think a few months is not enough to do it right. If you want them to rush, you're gonna get a rushed product. Have you ever sued anyone? I'm guessing you have not. Or just maybe they don't give a fuck. Maybe it's not their fucking priority because, why should it be? You got this other one, which is what happened to this Kash Patel. I'd shut down the Hoover building and make it into a museum of the deep state on day one, Kash Patel. And then in the replies, you've got people saying blackmail. Our government is so corrupt, man, it's disgusting. Maybe he was part of a psychological operation. Possible. I trust actions over words. His actions so far have not matched. Still worth watching. Oh my god. I'm so curious to know what goes on in these people's brains when they're not thinking about this stuff. Like, what are they thinking about otherwise? What are they thinking about when they're not thinking about this? Wait, FBI Director Kash is a huge disappointment. Talked all that shit to do nothing. I already knew Pam Bondi was trash, but I had all the hope in the world Kash would go scorched earth. All Republicans are the same, all talk, no action. It's like, so if you're not even a Republican, what are you? Because you have MAGA in your fucking bio. Like you yourself identify as MAGA. What is if you're not a Republican, but you're MAGA, what are you? They have to be aware of our impatience. Why is FBI Director Kash Patel and AG Pam Bondi not speaking to it? Where are our weekly updates assuring us they are working to deliver to us what matters? A task force to address Christian bias is window dressing. We need action on corruption within the government. They're not even for the Christian bias task forces. I love it. It's so funny. They don't give a fuck. Okay. That's it. I just wanted to show you some of those because I thought it was funny, but I didn't really think it was worth making a full video on it. This is in the same vein a little bit here because it's conservatives kind of being silly, but this is probably the last thing I'll talk about today. Okay, full disclosure, the next part of the podcast was kind of boring, and so I'm just gonna kind of re-record this part, do something else. It's a few days later, but I figured I'd talk about something that I was going to avoid talking about on here originally. But since we're re recording this part and I don't really care, I guess, I will just talk about it. Basically, Ethan Klein. If you know, you know. If you don't, you can find plenty of videos about it. There's some videos on my channel. I don't really go into the details too much, but you should check those out once you do get the details. And just look up Ethan Klein. Ethan has been crashing out for quite some time. I'm gonna make a prediction here. Ethan Klein has decided he's going to talk to Hassan. After all this time, he's going to debate Hassan. He's also going to talk to Sam Cedar. After first suggesting that Hassan was anti-Semitic for even suggesting that he talked to Sam Cedar. He's now going to talk to Sam Cedar and he's going to debate Hassan. I think what is going to happen here is Ethan is going to play the role of having had a change of heart. He's going to ultimately pretend that he is no longer pro-Israel, that he is no longer sympathetic to Israel, that he's going to stop shelling propaganda probably, which is a good thing. No more Hasbara, love that. But he's going to act like he's changed, and he's going to give himself this little redemption arc. He's going to talk to Sam. Sam's going to get through to him, and then he'll talk to Hassan, and he'll have a sort of public moment of maybe I am having a change of heart, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, if he stops spewing Hasbara and propaganda and all sorts of other bullshit, then fine, whatever, go for it, Ethan. But I don't necessarily like how Ethan gets to do this quite a bit, where he does bad things, he plays the part of having figured out that those things were bad and that he shouldn't do them. Most of the time, he doesn't do them again, I guess. But then he does things that are just as bad, if not worse. It just feels like there's no real growth happening here. There's no real understanding of what you did was wrong. You just understand what you need to do to get people off your back. You don't necessarily actually change. You just understand that in this moment, this is what needs to happen for you to be in the clear. You need to do this, this, and this, check off these boxes, check off these points, and then you can go back to doing whatever it is that you were doing before all of this happened. And the next time you get into some controversy or some sort of public conflict or whatever with somebody, it'll have a similar sort of play out where he will go hard at them for however long, sending his audience after them, all sorts of shit, harassing them, claiming that he's the victim, and then he'll have another change of heart where he'll do what he needs to do to prove that he's different and to make people sort of buy into the idea that he's someone who can change and grow. And then he'll do it all over again and rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's a pattern we've seen him do time and time again. Like, this is Ethan's MO. I don't know. So that's it. I won't go on and on and on about this and about Ethan, but I figured I'd just fill this space because I didn't want to just end the podcast and have that be it, but I did want to sort of give a little bit of something here, and yeah, this is a good way to get this off my chest, I guess, without having to make a whole video about Ethan again. And so I'll just slip it in here, and if anyone's listening to this and I am proven to be correct on this assessment, I don't know how that would happen, but I mean, I guess if Ethan does sort of have a change of heart. If he doesn't, then I'm interested to see how this conversation with Sam Cedar goes. I'm interested to see how his debate with Hassan goes. And of course, the one telling thing is it's interesting to me that he's doing all of this right around the time that his threat and his deadline for Noah Samsen to take down his video came and passed. I'm pretty sure that by now, the day that Ethan said that he would sue Noah Samsen has come and passed. Where is the lawsuit? He claims he'll talk to Sam Cedar, and I imagine that this is his way of being able to put off, because he has always known that he never had a case, he was just hoping he could scare Noah. So that's the other aspect of this that I think is a little bit convenient for Ethan, is that now it's sort of throws the question of, well, is he still going to sue Noah? Well, if he has a change of heart, then he has no reason to sue Noah, right? I mean, if he has a change of heart, then he understands why Noah said the things he did about him and yada, yada, yada. That's it. We'll see what happens. And ultimately, it will be an adventure. I've definitely sort of rambled on here a little bit. To be clear, if Ethan stops, pushing Hasbara and stops trying to run defense for Israel, I'm fine with whatever the fuck he does, okay? Like, I mean, I guess not whatever the fuck he does, but, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about him. I don't like him, so I'll go back to ignoring him at that point, I can go back to pretending he doesn't exist. Easy. Great. Fantastic. While I also don't want him to, like, get away with being able to just rehab his image again, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make if it means that he will stop, being actively awful for Israel. So that's that. I got to rant quite a bit, and I feel really good about it. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. So if you enjoyed that, if any of that was fun for you, if any of that, was entertaining for you, come back. I'm going to try and do this at least once a week, maybe more. We'll see what happens. I still haven't decided what I'm going to name this, so for now, it's just gonna, be the podcast. It's just gonna be my silly little podcast. Yeah, this was fun. I'm gonna do this again. Check out my other stuff. I've got other videos on my channel. There will be more podcasts. I might try and do some more gaming stuff going forward because I really do miss gaming on the channel. I miss doing some gaming stuff, or at least on Twitch. So follow me on Twitch. That will be down below, along with my Twitter, along with my Instagram where I post gaming photos actually. I have an Instagram where I play around with like photo mode in games and take pictures. If that's interesting to you, follow it. It's down below. I'm also on TikTok. The link is not down below, but it's the same name. Just type in Loxley on TikTok. I haven't posted anything there, but if people follow me there, maybe I'll post things there. And yeah, I think that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, especially like it. If you liked this and you want more of this, then hit that like button so that I know that you want more of this, because that'll actually like let me know. Drop the comments down below if you have any ideas for the kind of thing you'd like to see on this podcast. It is a clean slate at this point. So if you have anything you want to jot down, give me some ideas. Yeah, I just kind of think that this would be like a variety hour or a variety half an hour, I guess, kind of thing. I'll just talk about whatever I want to talk about. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe some point I can do this live every now and again so people can give me sort of live stuff. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop myself. I'm gonna stop myself because I'm yapping and going and I just need to end the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, truly, I appreciate you. And you're cool. You're a cool person. So be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And I will see you later. Goodbye.